Hello everyone, my name's Evil Spirit and welcome to a new little series I'll be doing called PowerWash Simulator. Now this game is, quite frankly, one of the weirdest games that I've ever seen. Great news, finally found a van for you at the auctions under your budget. Don't forget when you see it, it looks like sprint, select, extension, inventory, loading dirt. I might have to change the sensitivity. No. Oh. Now, hold on. Oh. Turn that up a little bit. No, yeah, I need... Controller sensitivity. I guess I'll have that high. That'll work. Oh. There we go. Yeah, you can change your stance, all that stuff. So let's kind of go like this. There we go. Look how it has like the PowerWash logo on it. Yeah, you can jump. I think you can actually jump up here, so I might do that. Oops, I keep changing the nozzles. I need to change the size. I know I'm cleaning this thing very poorly. But hey, you know what? It's my game. Well, it's not my game. I didn't make it, but I'm playing it. You can get this game on Game Pass, though. So, I mean, hey, if you have a Game Pass account, you can play the way how I'm playing it. Yep, see, you can see how much... I'm actually going to go up here, too. There's a little bit of dirt up here. I'll hit it. You don't have to be always 100%, so, I mean... Again, kind of like... A mode. Yeah, look at that. Try cleaning these doors too. here we go. Good. Okay. Go ahead to the high speed. There we go. The handle not count? Keep clicking the wrong thing. I didn't even read what that said. I was too busy moving that. Oh well, I'll respond to him back later. That's just me in my entire life, and then I forget, and I'm like, oh yeah, I was supposed to respond back to you. What am I doing? They're like, and how long ago did you say that? I'm like, oh, not too long ago. Like an hour or two ago. And they're like, what? I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna miss a lot, but it does not require you to be 100% perfect. I'm probably the only person who could play a game like this and absolutely mess it up. There's that. Oh. Yeah, you're gonna need something better than that. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna go with that business name, or do you want me to think of some? Phenomenal. I thought of Grouting Thomas for that tiller, and she never looked back on Reflection Bonnie Tiller. Might have been a benefit. Maybe that was her name. The tires are like, I actually we have a buggy, and we actually use a power washer to clean it. I'm kind of used to this. I'm not well versed in it, but get this all cleaned up. That. Wait, I cleaned the full body already? Door. There we go. Oh yeah. I was trying to remember like what else I need to clean. Tire definitely needs it. Subcap, all that. bumper doors. I mean, I feel like I think it's clear, right? Okay. It's all cleared. Dang though, man. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I hit the microphone while I did that too. Alright. Look at that, dude. Oh, you can even see me doing it. Come on, man. You cannot tell me I did not do a good job. Van looks fantastic. Told you it'd be fine under the grime. I've pinged you the $100 left over from what you gave me, so it should help deal. Also, just meet my neighbor over the fence, grumbling about his dirty backyard, and told him to give you a shout. Looks like he could be your first customer. All right, my first job. Oh, a power washer. Just don't just talk to Stan. Stan only mows lawns. And you know, I'm not gonna lie though, Stan is kind of a pussy. Not gonna. No, okay. I'm done. Supposed to be calm. I don't even know who I'm talking about. Alright. Oh, look at this. Oh. Jesus, yeah, this is gonna be a while. It's alright. Funny enough, my first girlfriend lived here back in the day. Those were good times. Was it now? Or was it? Maybe she caused this mess and now I gotta clean it. Maybe your neighbor was like, oh, I'll deal with it later. And he was like, but later never came. It's weird because in Masahiro Sakurai's video about like the fun is infinite thing, like where he talked about different types of games, like simulation games, this was one of the games he showed in the video. I don't know if he actually played it. I don't really know. I feel like he would have, but again, I don't know. I'm not Masahiro Sakurai, so I can't be like, yeah. Or I don't really even know the guy. Just know that he gets kind of brought up. I think someone else records the games. I don't think it's him who necessarily has a capture card, films like 300 different games while on his treadmill. Because I feel like that'd just be too much. You know what I mean? But maybe he does. Maybe he's... Alright, I got all those stones. Oh, okay. Let's get this right here done. clean a good path. Where should I go from here? To the grill. Yeah, the grill. But yeah, I don't know if he films it or if he just gets other people to film it. Can you imagine you came out here and you just see a guy on top of your... It's like, oh, here, let me watch the replay. Oh. Why did he get on top of the... It's just his method. It's just his method. Don't worry. Don't question it. I do gotta wonder, though, it's like, this game got so popular, but, like, I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm enjoying the heck out of this, but it got so popular because of a YouTuber, which, I mean, it seems like that's kind of happening a lot more these days with games. I feel like this is an indie game. I want to believe it's an indie game. Oh wow, yep. Here's Mr. Problems. I wonder if they will make a... Okay, so like... I kind of went on like this weird binge of like trying to find any kind of simulation game. Pencil Sharpener Simulator is a real game. Hand Simulator is a real game. Surgeon Simulator is a game. Job Simulator is a game. And I kind of look at that, I'm like, what if there's a taxes simulator somewhere out there? I mean, there has to be, right? Like, I can't be the only one that thought of that. Alright. That was really dirty, though. This gas will probably get out of my way. Maybe I could, yeah. Nah. Let me get up. Yeah, look how clean that is. It's really good. Let's clean this car real quick. Get out of the way. I don't know why they don't just clean it, because I mean, I feel like it's not that hard to clean a toy car, but... No, maybe I'm wrong. I'm no toy car enthusiast, so... But yeah, I was gonna say something else about simulator games. But you know, it's like there's Lawn Mowing Simulator, and I kind of was like, I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, that game ain't that bad. Like, that's not a bad idea for a game. I mean, because I was thinking, it's like, oh, who would want to do real-life chores at a job? And I'm like, well, it's not necessarily made because you don't have that struggle of, you're not hot. I mow the lawn. I actually like mowing the lawn. I feel like this ain't really good for this. Oh, my goodness. Here. Let's get all that. But, I feel like that kind of game, and along with Farming Simulator, is made for people who doesn't have the money for that kind of stuff, or don't live in, like, a house out in the countryside, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of like, okay, that makes sense then. Because it's like, It's like, oh, because, like, why do they make sports games? Well, nobody can go out there and play for the NFL. Like, I mean, they can try, but it's like, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to make it. If you play a sports game, if I play, like, NBA, I ain't going to be as good as, like, everybody else on, like, the NBA. But I can still, like, I can live out a dream like that in video game form. Driving a huge truck on the interstate, for some people, they kind of can't do that. They don't have access to a huge truck. And I mean, like, they don't have, like, the big trucks. You know what I'm talking about. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little too stupid to even explain that. But, you know, like, the simulation games, like Cooking Simulator, it's like, not everybody can go out and buy that kind of stuff. Like, they can't buy very fancy food, and if they do, they're not going to be guaranteed to make it perfectly. And you know, it's like, maybe they just got Cooking Simulator because it's like, oh well, you know, it's something that I can kind of mess around with, and you know, like, if I'm actually cooking for someone, I'm not going to make them sick or like mess up their food, because guess what, it's a game. Like with this, if I was doing this in real life, oh, I would be messing up tremendously. Look at this chain. Look at this chain. Oh, you know what? Ah, I knew it. And you know, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I mean, kind of makes sense why we have simulator games. And that's probably also kind of why they're probably on the rise. I want to get this, though. I thought I heard a whisper. I was like, huh? Do I not have a ladder? I don't have a ladder yet. Nope. Should have bought one. Let's go bring this over. I mean, I was talking with Zygon, and we were like, where do we put Farming Simulator? And he's like, C, because they only release the same game every year. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of a fair point, but it kind of does what it's supposed to do. I mean, I played a little bit of the first, not the very first. It's like a Farming Simulator game, and I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what you want. When you want, like, I mean, maybe not 100%, maybe you want the backbreaking labor, but it's like, it's what you expect from a Farming Simulator game. Yeah, does it come out every year? Yeah, but I think they actually added in stuff. Now, of course, am I saying, like, it's a perfect game? No, I'm not saying it's, like, S tier or anything. I don't think it's that highly, should be that highly rated, but not C. But, like, at the time, I was kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. But now I'm kind of more like, does it? Talking about getting over it with Bennett's body, and he was like, man, why do you hate this game so much? I'm like, I just don't think it's a good game. Yeah, there you go. There's your hot take you can clip. I don't like getting over it with Bennett's body. I don't think it's in my opinion, I don't think it's a good game. Like, my issue comes, and it's like, oh, you're just angry because you can't beat it. No, it's not that. It's that you don't feel rewarded when you do it. I get like, oh, it's supposed to be philosophical. No, it's, well, oh, good job, I guess. But it's like, it's not, it doesn't feel like like when you play Dark Souls, for example. I'll bring up Dark Souls, because Dark Souls is a very hard game. Cuphead's a very hard game. And depending on what you're playing in Geometry Dash, it's a hard game. But you feel rewarded whenever you do it. But whenever you climb that mountain, he's not like, nobody's there to say, oh, good job, you did it. Instead of just, no. He said like a few things, and then, yeah, that's it. I don't know. Maybe it's not my thing. I haven't played Getting Over in a little bit, so, like, a week. Because I played at my cousin's place. Okay. Alright, I think this thing is actually cleaned off. Oh no, I gotta get the frame. Okay, right? Get the frame real quick. Oh, did I not go the thing? Yeah, go over there and wait. What? Okay, let's go over here and do this. I wish that they made a, I don't know. I feel like if they were to make another simulator type game, like anybody, I'm trying to think like what would be a really good one. Because there's House Flippers. There's that. There's that. The last thing I want to do is the wall. I want to get like all the big stuff out of the way. Ugh. You know what? I need to really start watching more movies. I wanted to watch The Batman for like a long time now. But yet I can't. I just can't. And I don't know if it's just because I was trying to think, like, I wanted to watch The Batman. I never have. Still not, even now. I want to watch The Joker. Still haven't watched that. Even though I had the opportunity. Zygon's house, and he always... don't worry, he doesn't fail to remind me. I'm not trying to hate on Zygon. I'm just saying, like, he doesn't fail to remind me that I had a great chance to watch it with him and Zach, but I pass out every time. But we always watch movies extremely late. I'm not saying we need to watch them earlier, but man, I just pass out. I mean, like, whenever I'm home alone, I can watch a movie or a TV show without falling asleep. But, like, if it's not something I'm, like, immediately interested in, like, for example, we tried watching Pirates of the Caribbean at, like, 2 in the morning. Or, no, not 2 in the morning, but it was pretty late. I was, like, I started passing out. He's like, are you still awake? I'm like, I'm like, he's like, yeah, maybe this wasn't a good idea. I was like, you think? You think? But, like, again, that's right. What's up? Do you like bikes? I could do with someone running their thing over my deadbeat dirt bike. Alright, guy. And I'm not really foreign, and I would climb up and down that rock garden pretending we're climbing Mount Rushless in the palm with the crater. I have no idea how we explain fish being there, though. What in the world are you talking about? Like, he just started talking to me. I'm just so confused. Nice, I got the star. And the horseshoe. Here, let's get the plant. Nice. Can I get the door? Get on that. Oh no, it just counts as it. Just counts as the rest of the shed. Gross. Get that. Clean up this window. Oh. I don't know, man. You know what? I'm kind of glad I'm not playing a horror game. I mean, I love horror games, man, but right now I'm kind of glad I'm taking a break from them. Because, you know, it's like, for a while there, I was just kind of always like, oh, only horror games, only Silent Hill, only, like, Five Nights at Freddy's, because I was, like, playing it on my off time. You saw the duel yesterday, yeah, you probably know that, but... Holy... Wait, no, I still don't... Chef food? Chef food? Oh man, dude, look at that shed. Alright. I'm gonna clean the lawnmower. this all cleaned up. Shouldn't take me too long. I mean, it's not that necessarily big. I just realized how much more I got. Like, I've been spending how much time on everything. You know, this game is kind of like you gotta take it slow. 1 hour video length slow, though? Possibly. Why is this thing not cleaning? How much more do I have? I have some. Wait. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'm also gonna water the flowers here. Oh my gosh, dude. Dang it, gross. Gnarly, bro. Oh, dude, the Super Mario movie's like, I need to watch the Chainsaw Massacre. That made it sound a little bad. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Because I keep hearing it's really good, but they're like, if you don't like scary movies, which, believe it or not, I actually do like scary movies from time to time. When I'm bored, just put one on, get a little scared. Well, you know, I like horror video games. I mean, I've done a few playthroughs of them. I was just talking about how I want to get out of them. But a lot of people are like, you ever watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I'm like, no. They're like, oh, you gotta watch it, man. And I'm like, I was kind of like, what's the big deal? I mean, sounds like a normal horror movie from the sounds of it. But they're like, no, bro. They're like Muscle Man. Oh, no, bro. And I'm like, I was kind of like, what's the big deal? And like, I seen the main killer, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's terrifying. I mean, because there's always like that question, like, who would you win in a fight with a horror movie character? Like, you know, and they'll say like, oh well, they'll say like, who would kick your butt, and then there'd be like, then like the ones that you would kill, and it's like, well, Chucky would be mine. Chucky, I would. Because all you have to do, honestly, is just kind of wait for him to run up at you, like the idiot he is. He'll run up at you. All you gotta do is punt him. Punt him right to the wall, man. And then he'll freaking fall over. You can grab the knife while he's down. Grab it, stab him. Oh! You wanted to stab me? Well, okay. I mean, is he creepy? Well, a little bit. I mean, not as creepy as, like, Jigsaw. Jigsaw, I would say, it's 12 times scarier. Well, mostly because Jigsaw would just throw you into a room. And also, he's a guy. He just has the doll for effect. I actually haven't watched this song for a long time. But I remember, like, there's a guy behind that doll. So it's not like, oh, well, it's like this, alright? If you could, like, you can kill Scream. You can kill Ghostface. That's who I'm talking about. All you have to do, and from what I've seen in trailers, they do shoot them, but it's like, all you have to do for, like, some of the Scream killers is either stab them or shoot them or beat them to death. They're just a person. They're just a little crazy. But I mean, I guess crazy can go a long way. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or, fudge. Why am I not just forgetting his name? Leatherface. Like, Leatherface, he's tall. Jason's tall. They'll stomp me. They'll be like, oh yeah? Oh, you want to fight me? Just a minute. Like, they're like, oh yeah, you want to fight me? No you don't. And then they'll beat me to death before I can say a word about it. Like, cause like, I mean, they're huge dudes. Like, and if we're talking they have weapons, and I have a weapon, to be like a fair advantage, Scream would lose. He'll chuck up at you. All you have to do is throw a couple beer bottles at him. He'll fall over. And then you'll stab him. Because mind you, they're kids. Well, I mean, not kids. I would say like my age. But like 18, 19 years old. They're basically still in high school. What? Oh no, I gotta... And if there's two of them, all you gotta do is just make them argue. And then they'll fight like a bunch of freaking idiots. And then they'll be like, hey, wait a minute, where'd that guy go? And then they'll get stabbed, or shot, or whatever I have. Like, if I have a gun, they have, like, a gun as well, and they're, like, about to shoot me, and they're like, whoa, I'm going to kill you, whoa, be scared. Then I'll be like, oh no, you're killing me. Like, I'll play along, and then they'll be like, alright, we got him by the boots now. Oh, damn, I got this pretty cool. But then, like, while they're fighting, they're like, oh no, I'm gonna stab them first. All I'd have to do is just... And then, like, shoot one of them, the other one will try grabbing for the gun, and then just shoot him. Shoot the one with the gun, of course. Because mind you, you guys are both on equal playing field, with weapons-wise, not fighting-wise, no. I don't know how strong they are, but... I would think I could take them. I mean, if I just shoot one, and then the other one looks at me like, oh no, please! And then just BAM! Right in the head. Bull. But then again, what about, I guess the question is, like, who would truly win in a fight, you or a horror movie character? And it's like, people would be like, well, could you really win against Scream? Because, I mean, they're crazy. I'm like, yeah, they're crazy. Oh, no. I think with Jigsaw, I don't really know what would happen. Would you guys both be in a trap together? And it's like, oh, whoever survives my trap wins. Like... Because he'd throw me in a pretty hard trap, I would... Because, like, Jigsaw's kind of like... How would you be able to do it? Because it's like... You can't just go, like... Like, you can't... I'm trying to think how I'm going to say this. Because, like, Jigsaw's kind of an unfair guy. Because, I mean... He doesn't have a weapon, and he is just a guy. He just has a doll. Oh, you guys both get a doll. Okay, I can just hit him with it, and then he'll hit me with his, and we'll both get, like, ow, what the hell, and then keep going like that until eventually one of us just kind of succumbs to our injuries and dies. Which, I mean, that'll take a while, obviously, unless we use brute force and just start punching each other, getting into an actual fist fight. I don't know. feel like Jigsaw, yeah, Jigsaw is kind of like a hard guy to talk about because you're not on equal playing field with them. Because there's no way to be on an equal playing field unless you guys are both entrapped and you both have to find a way out. He'll eventually find a way out, and then what? Then what? And then you fight? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, again, though, I mean, I guess you could say, like, oh, well, you get, like, a gun. Or you get, like, whatever he gives you in the trap, and then you give him, then I'd be like, oh, he gets nothing. He's just stuck in there. And then, like, his trap, I mean, if he wanted, I guess if he also wanted to, he could just leave me in there, and then we're both kind of stuck in a stalemate. Look at that, dude. Nothing on the side. But again, it's just kind of all like, oh... Jason, I would lose. I know I would lose against Jason in a heartbeat. Jason... Because, like, okay, people would go, well, if he didn't have his big knife and he wasn't invincible. He's tall. And he's pretty strong. I mean, like... And apparently he's also very fast because every time you turn around a corner... Hey! How the hell you get here? I don't know. Time to die! I mean, people say, well, it's not really Jason who's evil, it's his mom, but it still counts. It's still like, his mom, all his mom would say is like, choke him out. And I'll be like, what? And then I'll be dead. Because, I mean, how am I going to fight Jason? If we both had the knife, he'd kill me first. He'd get first dibs on my body. And... Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm trying to think what else. Freddy Krueger I'd lose, because Freddy Krueger, because people are like, because you'd have to fall asleep, which you might think, oh, well, I just stay up. You can only do that for so long. And then eventually you'll die yourself because you have to sleep. You want to get enough air in your lungs. So it's like, you'll fall asleep at one point or another, and at that point, he'll kill you, or you will die of something else before he can even get your hands on you. My thing would be kind of get him by surprise. Like, I mean, I don't know how you could really do it realistically, but I would think, like, you'll be asleep, whatever, and then you'll run over with a knife or something, and you'll stab him to death, whatever. I don't really know, because, like, I don't really know how they beat... Fuck, how do they beat Freddy? Michael Myers, I don't think Michael Myers can die. Or Mike Myers. I think it's Michael Myers. No, it's Mike Myers. He's an actor. But you'd always be at, like, an unfair disadvantage with some horror movie creatures. Some of them are just built weird. Like, I mean, Pennywise! Pennywise... Hey, Doc bumped into me at the park. Definitely need your help. Oh, enter the park warden. But you know what I mean? Like, a lot of them are just unfair, because you can't... Because, like, some of them you can't... Like, Pennywise, I think, like, all you have to do is just not fear him. And then you win. But he's built weird, and it's like, how can you not be scared of him whenever he has 4 billion teeth? And if that's not how you kill him, you actually gotta get up close to him. I'm getting up close to that. He's gonna freaking eat me. I don't know how big his jaw gets. And then, trying to think of another horror movie character. I guess we can go video game horror characters. Albert Wesker, I lose. Pyramid Head, I lose. With all of them, I lose. Unless I have their powers as well, I ain't gonna win. And that's another thing, because like they have unnatural. Every freaking horror movie and game character has very weird powers. They have the ability to jump through time. They have the ability to stab you while you're taking a bath. It's like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe someone will tell me it's like, okay, let's say you get everything. You get everything you want at your disposal. Yeah, then I win. I guess. Poison spell. I want a poison spell that can kill anything in the world. Hey, Jason, catch! Bam. He's dead. So you can't give me everything. I just win. I'd win at that point, at least. I know I'm just talking on my butt while I play this, because, I mean, there ain't really much I can say. Oh, look at this, look at the water texture. Actually, the game does look good. You know what I really don't like? Oh, you know what? Here, since he's now a new horror movie character, Winnie the Pooh, I'd win. Because all I'd have to do is just stab him, I guess. I don't fucking know. That's where I'm kind of like, if they were to do a new horror movie, I wouldn't mind, because like they did Scream 6 recently, which I've not watched. I think my mom actually is planning to watch it, or she has watched it. I don't know. I don't even know if it's out yet. Okay, here's my issue. Alright, if you already pre-established characters, like, because Scream's not really, or, I keep calling him Scream, he's Ghostface. Ghostface isn't really a quote-unquote, isn't really a, like, a single person. He's not like the same killer, like Michael Myers is from an actual scary, like, he's a person. Or not like a real person, but he can, what's the word? He can, I don't know if he can die. I haven't watched the Michael Myers. I haven't watched Halloween, if you can't believe it. You know what's weird? Okay, here, let me tell you something. So when I was younger, I thought Freddy Krueger was Nightmare on Elm Street. I thought Halloween was Jason Voorhees. And I thought Nightmare on Elm Street was Michael Myers. I cannot tell you how many times I'll say, yeah, Jason, Halloween, and I'm like, no, he's Friday the 13th. And then I say Freddy Krueger, oh yeah, he's Nightmare the 13th. I mean, Friday the 13th. Nightmare the 13th. Dude, nice crossover. Better than the one that they actually did. Oh, shit. Oh, I guess Alien would be one. Yeah, no, Alien I lose, because all they would have to do is just kill me. Well, I mean, yeah. Oh, no way. For them to win, they just have to kill you. Again, man. Kind of complicated to talk about. How much money do I have? 165? a little bit over here. But yeah, no, I don't think it's very fair to compare certain horror movie characters to others, because it's like, if you put them in a room together, like Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger, I think that'd be a pretty tough fight. I don't really know. I wouldn't really be able to say who would win that. Cause like, okay, the thing is, I wouldn't think killers would want to kill other killers, really, unless they did something to them first, right? Like, if Jason, like, fucked Freddy's mom, yeah, no, definitely, has every right to be like, okay, you did this to my mom, I'm gonna kill you. I need to buy, I'm gonna get a Scream mask, a Michael Myers mask, Jason's mask. I wanna get find a Freddy Krueger mask, I think you can find them out there. Hey, I made a 3 by accident. Okay. Again, I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of thinking about the fact that, one, I don't know, man, I'm trying to think, what would be like a really good battle? Like an actual fight. No, honestly, I think it'd be cool to see Scream and Michael Myers go at it. Because, like, okay, let's say Michael Myers can die. I would honestly want to see how that would go. Got the pond wall. Or no, I'm still cleaning the pond wall. I think I got the other thing. The hills have eyes have monsters, but I don't know what they're really called. I don't know if they're even monsters, really. I mean, okay, so I looked up, like, horror movies franchise. Like, I don't know why I'm such a huge horror movie binge, but it's like, they counted Jaws. And I was like, why does Jaws count? Yeah, one thing I definitely don't get is just the whole thing is like, if you were put in a room with them, I mean, what would you do? Like, would you try to escape? Or would you just stay in there and just let them, I guess, I mean, I guess like you'd be in like an arena, so it's like you can't really leave. They kind of like lock the door, throw away the key kind of thing. That'd be another cool one. Like just think of it like, who would you go? How would you watch them fight? Like, would you pay tickets to go see it? And in the WWE SmackDown, Jason Voorhees versus Freddy Krueger. Fight! I feel like that would be like the start of a rap battle. My name's Eminem and I like to rap. No, okay. My name's Eminem and I like to rap. I'm gonna go. Oh god, I've been playing this game for an hour. I think I'm addicted. But I mean, the reason why I wanted to play through this game was because, I mean, it's just chill and relaxing. Thank God they thought of this idea, like, telling you where... Okay. Now we only got a little bit left. Finish up this tillet because I got the back of it already. What if they made a Scream? Well, they made a Scream 6, which I like what they did with the logo on that movie, making the Scream M the 6. That was really nice. Is it? Huh. So now I think we got more to do. Saw my dream RV at an auction, all creamy like toffee pie on wheels. Okay. Wonder if he's gonna do this. Wonder if we have to clean it. I want to know, drive it or lick it. Unfortunately, it sold for a crazy amount, but the dream lives on. Yeah, though, I don't know, man. They just... One thing I definitely think is cool is just the fact that... I don't know why, but it felt like... they're releasing the FNAF movie this year, which... Or no, not this year, but like... They're working on it. But in my opinion, I'm not even excited for it, just at this point. I was, for a while, like, I was like, even though I wasn't a huge fan of the games, I was like, oh, well, the movie should be good. And yeah. It still hasn't came out. You know, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, you wait for something for so long, and then whenever it finally comes out, it doesn't live up to, like, the years of hype it had. Like, for example, I know a great example, actually. What was that game called? Duke Nukem Forever. You know, like that game. That game I hear a lot of people talk great about. Hey, Yin Yang, you want to play this? I don't think I'll get this all done in one video, though. So I want to, kinda, but... Umbrella! Literally! This is actually going to be a good place where I stop. I've been playing for quite enough. Thank you all for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.